Every week on Taste Like Home, I travel to places in Ireland to discover a family recipe. I'm here in Blackrock in County Dublin and I'm going to meet Jazz. And I've got a fantastic array of ingredients here. I have black pudding, bacon, eggs. I have a sneaking suspicion about what tastes like home to Jazz's family. When you're living abroad, there's always something that reminds you of home. A piece of music, a smell, a familiar voice, a special meal. Taste Like Home is all about learning these family recipes and helping your loved ones recreate them wherever they are. This week, I'm looking forward to hearing about Jazz's family, where they live and what tastes they really miss. Ooh, the family photo album, Jazz?
Yeah, this is a photo of my grandparents on my dad's side. So my grandmother, who's Italian, and my grandfather was from Dublin, and they own this butcher's on Moore Street.
It looks really Italian, doesn't it, the way the meat's hanging there?
Yeah.
I'd say Moore Street was the place to be at that time for food.
I can imagine it, yeah.
And have you other family then?
I do, yeah. I have a brother and a sister. My sister is in Portland in the US, and my brother's in Nigeria. So yeah.
Wow.
Family of international travellers, I guess. Yeah, they left quite a while ago.
Have you been to Nigeria?
No.
To see him? Have you been to Portland?
Loads of times. My second home. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I've seen some of the ingredients. I'm guessing what your family really miss is the full Irish breakfast.
Yeah, definitely. It was probably one of the most important meals for every trip home. Because your flight lands first thing in the morning, it's the first meal that we're all together. So my mum would have like sausages to beat the band, rashers, like it was a big meal. But it was also not just for them. If anyone's seen the car outside, they'd know, oh, they're home. So it was like all the neighbours, all aunts and uncles, they'd all be over for breakfast. So yeah, it was definitely probably the most important meal for them coming home.
So is it Portland or Nigeria I'm going to? Break it to me gently.
Portland.
Okay. It might be easier to recreate a dish in Portland.
Definitely, I think so, yeah. I think you might have some issues the other side, but no, Portland.
I'm cooking for Jazz's sister Savina, who lives in Portland, Oregon, and we're making one of Ireland's most missed dishes, a traditional Irish breakfast. Everybody has their own way to prepare an Irish breakfast. Jazz always cooks hers in the oven as she feels it's a healthier way to prepare the dish. As no two Irish breakfasts are the same, let's see what Jazz likes on hers. Pork sausages, baked portobello mushrooms with thyme and butter, tomatoes roasted on the vine in olive oil, black and white pudding and bacon, and scrambled eggs with parsley, which Jazz likes to cook in her own special way.
Parsley on top.
Yeah.
And some salt and pepper. Whoops. And then just move it around gently till it all kind of gets together and breaks up again. My
Yummy.
Scrambled eggs.
That really looks gorgeous. And if that's all I had for breakfast here now, I'm so happy. This week I decided to add a little something from my own full Irish breakfast plate. I have some steamed potatoes here. I thought I would do some potato cakes with herbs in them. I thought it would look nice on the breakfast plate. First add the salt, pepper and roughly chop the herbs and add to the potatoes. Add egg yolks, butter and milk and mash well. Empty the mix out of the pan and onto the counter. Sprinkle some flour on the counter to prevent sticking. Then shape and roughly flatten the mixture about 1 inch, 2.5 centimetres in height. But do you find when you go abroad, again, the breakfast isn't anything like the Irish breakfast?
I don't really like American breakfast. And I know it's one thing that they're very famous for too, and they like their big, you know, pancakes and bacon and but I also don't like the mix of sweet and savoury on the one plate. Oh. So I can only deal with savoury for breakfast, and then I'll move on to like my fruit.
And then they just get pan fried off. I think they might be nice. Jazz's breakfast of sausage, bacon, black and white pudding, tomatoes on the vine, portobello mushrooms and scrambled eggs is ready. All that remains is for me to try it myself, especially the sausages.
Looks great, doesn't it? If nothing else, there'll be an awful lot of crack in the house, so it should be good fun.
Lots of people to feed.
Yeah, if there's sausages going, yeah.
Let's try the sausage next now. This is the one that's going to be, I need to know what this tastes like so that what they expect when I get out there.
Yeah.
Shall we?
I think they just like the plain pork sausages more so than the ones with the, you know, added flavours or seasoning.
Okay, so I won't do my banana curried sausage then, no?
No.
All right. Well, that was great fun. One of the things I've learnt is that I'm going to Portland, and I'm really excited about that because Portland is a huge foodie city. But my big problem is I just can't walk into any corner shop and get the ingredients that I need for a full Irish breakfast. That's going to be my big challenge. The unofficial slogan for Portland is Keep Portland Weird. It's home to the largest independent used and new bookstore in the world, which takes up a whole city block. There's 12 bridges spanning the Willamette River, and as a result, it's been nicknamed Bridgetown. Hi, I'm here in Portland in Oregon. It's one of the most famous towns in the whole of the United States for food. People come here for the microbreweries, the food trucks, the coffee. I am going to have the best day exploring. Portland is the leader in specialty coffee, but it's also the home of some very unusual donuts. And I'm off to meet Mike at Voodoo Donuts, which is a real Portland institution. So Mike, tell me a little bit about Voodoo.
Well, Voodoo started in 2003 in May. Our two owners, Trace and Cat Daddy, they had this grand idea to start a donut shop in downtown Portland when there actually were no donut shops around. So they got it going and eventually came up with the name Voodoo, and it really stuck, you know?
And it's now an empire, isn't it?
It is, yeah. We've really done all right. Yeah, we have 5 shops in the US and we have a franchise in Taiwan.
Wow. Is it true you can order your donuts in a coffin?
Yes, it is. Yep. You can get a coffin of donuts for $125.
That'll make some party.
Yeah, they're nice, handmade wooden coffins too.
And what's the most famous donut that the owners would say they're really proud of and everybody would come for it?
That would probably have to be the Voodoo doll.
The Voodoo doll.
Yeah, you can see it immortalized in stained glass up there above our doorway, and it's one of our signature things that really helped kickstart the business. It's got raspberry jelly inside, chocolate on top, and some decoration done in vanilla with a pretzel there so you can stab them. Here we have the Old Dirty Bastard.
The what?
The Old Dirty Bastard, named of course after the rapper ODB. And so it's a ring donut with chocolate frosting, crushed Oreo pieces, and peanut butter drizzled on top.
Is that bacon on those ones?
Oh yeah, our spin on a classic American breakfast, you know, pancakes and bacon. So here you have a bar, maple frosting, a couple slices of crispy bacon. It's excellent. So decorating some voodoo dolls here. You want to give it a try? So whatever you want to do, pick some colors and just go wild.
Okay, so the eyes. I think you need quite a bit of strength for this job.
Yeah.
Let's go purple. Is this the most popular one, or is the maple one the most popular?
I think that these 3 are all pretty much tied for first place.
Do you think you'd give me a job here if I hung around Portland long enough?
In a heartbeat.
How many of these do you need today? Because like at the speed I'm going, I think that queue's going to be all the way to the airport.
Well, we do 12 on a tray, and in a day, from morning up through into the night, we might do, I don't know, 100 trays of these.
1,200 of these a day. Now, do I have to kind of put a pretzel in, like as a voodoo?
Sure do. Here you go. And you can just stab it on in there.
Okay.
He's gorgeous.
My first voodoo donut.
Congratulations.
Only another, 1,199 to go. Whoa.
Cool, so right here where we're standing is actually a place where we've wedded so many couples together. Right
say that
here.
again. You've wed couples together.
That's right,
So
yeah.
people come into a donut shop to get married.
They do actually, more often than you might think.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it really works, you know, and people have fun doing it. They have a great time, and I really think that a lot of these couples make it together. So it's nice. It's fun to be a part of.
Well, I think if you're both wacky enough to want to get married in a voodoo donut shop, you're probably going to make a go of it.
I think so.
Portland has been named the best city in the world for street food, and with over 600 food trucks, you'll never have to eat the same food twice. And I'm meeting food truck expert Brett Burmeister so he can show me round. Hiya, Brett.
Hi, Caitlin.
Lovely to meet you.
Welcome to Portland. Thanks for coming.
Thank you. Thrilled to be here.
Yeah, I thought I'd start off the day with one of Portland's unique vendors who does Carolina barbecue. A little bit of smoke. Scott back here has been throwing us a curveball here. Most of the barbecue on the West Coast is a little bit bland. And in the Carolinas, they have all these different sauces. Scott is going to make us up a hog pile bowl, which is black-eyed peas, pulled pork, slaw, and their famous reds, because that's what they do best.
Yeah.
And here we have it. Thanks, Scott.
Thank you very much, Scott. So this is a taste of North Carolina, is it, Scott?
Yes.
Yeah?
Oh, so here's the hog pile bowl.
Wow. Do you know what? That almost looks healthy. Just as well I'm not vegetarian, huh?
Trust me, I've had vegetarians at the time say, pork's a vegetable.
That is gorgeous.
Isn't that wonderful, those mixtures of flavors? And that,
Scott, well done. Super. Oh, I love that vinegar with it.
yes, the red sauce, vinegar, it gets a little bit of spice, but mixes it well. Got a little bit on your lip
Thank
for
you.
later.
And what kind of food would you expect here, or what kind of nationalities?
Oh, you'll find anything from traditional American, all the way to, Mexican, Middle Eastern. We have some Ethiopian. We have Southern cuisine, Central and South American cuisine, some Asian, but mostly Thai. But then beyond Thai, we get into a little bit of Chinese. We have some Malaysian vendors. From Europe, we have Scottish. We have German.
Have you Irish?
We don't. We don't have any vendors
I
doing
might
Irish
stay.
cuisine. We're gonna come up here and stop at El Taco Yucateco. El Taco Yucateco is unique here in downtown because they're presenting a cuisine from the Yucatan region of Mexico, which is on the East Coast. It's traditionally a Mayan community, Mayan culture, and the owner wanted to differentiate himself from the other vendors who were doing Mexican cuisine. So he presented what's called a panucho. It's a masa tortilla. Masa is a type of corn. They put it in oil, it puffs up just a little bit, they cut it open, slide black beans inside, reseal it, put it back in the oil, it gets a little bit crispy, and then they top it with shredded chicken, some marinated red onions, a little bit of cabbage, avocado, and tomato. Thank you.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Gracias.
Okay, so this is the panucho, the traditional Yucatan style taco. You can eat it like a regular taco.
You can do it. Okay, here goes.
Awesome.
Is it all over my face?
No. No, you good?
That is so fresh. It's so simple.
Yeah.
It's beautiful with the tomato and the marinated onions. It's just really, really nice, really tasty.
Well, I'm glad you were able to enjoy one of our treats from El Taco Yucateco. Here in the city, we have a lot of Middle Eastern, Mediterranean vendors, but Victor here is the only guy that does Persian cuisine. So Victor's from the Caspian Sea, grew up there, learned everything he knows from his grandmother and his mother, and is an amazing chef. So today he's making us his kubide kebab, which is a kebab of ground lamb and beef on top of saffron rice.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, Victor.
Yes.
There's something here for everybody.
Oh yeah.
If I was willing to share.
Absolutely enjoy it. I'll get you some more.
Look at the colors.
So the basmati rice is something that he cooks all by himself. Takes about 3 hours for the basmati rice.
It's got the saffron rice
And
on
then
top.
the saffron rice on top. Everything's covered with a little bit of
Yeah, he's got
sprinkling of
salsa over
sumac
there.
and a little salad.
Yeah.
Extra fork.
There's no kind of clever way of eating this, is there?
Oh, you
tidy
just
way of
eat
eating
it.
it.
I always like to wear darker clothing, so if you stain your shirt, it's no big deal.
Victor, that's amazing.
Enjoying it.
The flavors in there are superb. The herbs, the spices, it's not too hot. It's exactly what everybody would want. It's comfort food.
Thank you.
How come you're so slim? Making all this food.
It really speaks to the passion behind the food. This isn't fast food. This is excellent food served out of a food cart. You don't get hot dogs on the street in Portland anymore. It's brilliant smoked salmon sandwiches, or trout and potato soup, or Iranian cuisine.
Now that I've had a taste of what Portland has to offer, it's time to meet Jazz's sister Savina and her daughter Louise at another Portland institution, Otto's, and discuss what makes a good sausage.
Hello there.
Hi, Catherine. How are
Hi,
you?
Savina. Really nice to meet you. Louise, how are you?
Good.
I'm great, thank you. I've had a fantastic morning.
Yes.
Yeah.
How's Portland been?
It's really exciting, isn't it?
It
It's so
is.
interesting.
Lovely.
Pretty cool
So
city.
eclectic.
Yes.
I believe you can do some crazy things here.
Anything.
I heard you're allowed to ride a bicycle naked if you want to.
Oh yes,
I
the
didn't do
naked
that. I
bike
didn't opt
ride.
for that one.
I
Yeah.
haven't done it either, so I won't be doing it.
So one of the key ingredients in a good Irish breakfast is the quality of the sausages. So I thought we would come here to Otto's because I wanted to see what kind of sausages you Portlanders enjoy.
Ah, very good.
Good afternoon, ladies. Welcome to Otto's.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm Jerry. I'm the third generation sausage maker here. My grandfather Otto started this in 1921, just up the street, and built this building in 1937, and we've been here ever since.
So what have you got?
We've got our chicken sausage. It's a chicken thighs and breasts with a basil garlic flavor to it. Then we've got our Thuringian brat, and that's got the margarine and the garlic and a little bit of nutmeg in it, and it's just a fantastic fine ground
Is that a pork sausage?
All pork sausage.
Okay.
And then we've got what we're most famous for is our old-fashioned wieners, and that's a beef-pork combination. And we've grilled them all for you, so they should be like just delicious.
I can see why your sister absolutely loves Portland.
She does. She does. She loves
It's a
coming over.
family-friendly place
Yeah.
for Jazz and our husband and children, and it's just so warm and welcoming.
Lots of
And
food.
the food, lots
She
of
does.
food
That's her
places.
favorite thing to do here is go around all the different food places and the wineries.
So what do the girls make of Otto sausages?
It's nice.
Although my favorite is the German one.
Yeah, me too.
That's more what it is.
Familiar with the flavour
Yeah,
of it.
more, that's what
Yeah.
you see like on all the corners when we've toured
very
Germany.
similar.
There's more
It
something
is,
like that.
yeah.
Or,
I like-
or a bockwurst.
Good.
Portland is not just famous for food, it's also well known for craft beers and breweries. Gay, one of Savina's friends, has an Irish microbrewery with an unusual name.
Gay, are you going to tell us why it's called the Feckin Brewery?
We tell all the Americans that it's a little village in Ireland, but Father Jack and Father Ted, that's where it all originated from. And everything you do now is feckin'. Feckin' this and feckin' that. So it's a great name for it, and it's stuck with it. So
It's cool.
Sláinte. So this is our Feckin Light. Portland is one of the biggest craft breweries that they have around. And some of them,
like
even
that.
this one that they had, they won first in show. So isn't that great?
Yeah,
that's
And
fantastic.
it's got paddy whiskey in it, and it's got several pounds of coffee and all that kind of thing in it. So it's
Whiskey and coffee, what is it? I thought it was a beer.
Yeah, it is.
You've got whiskey and coffee in it.
You'll have to try that. So that's a real seasonal. We do it all through the winter.
I would try that, but I have to cook a full Irish breakfast for these guys. And I
No,
think
you
you're
have that
coming
with your
too.
breakfast and 7 having tea. Have a feckin' top of the morning.
Only in Portland.
We told you everything and anything in Portland, so do I.
In Portland, everything is different.
Yeah,
isn't
I'll
it?
keep Portland weird, and we definitely do that, right, Louise?
It's time for us to head to the house and teach Savina, Louise and our younger sister Nicola how to make a traditional Irish breakfast, but with a twist, as we have to make everything from scratch.
Savina, do you miss the Irish breakfast sausage?
I do very much. Yeah.
Well, I wanted to show you how to make them.
Great.
There's no excuse now. So we have shoulder of pork and belly of pork. And so we've got the nice meaty part here, but you'd be surprised the fat,
Oh my God.
isn't it?
Yeah.
But that's what gives it the texture, you know, that
Yeah.
flavour something. So we've got to dice this up.
Nicola will be looking for homemade sausages now every time she comes home from school.
Nicola will be making her own homemade sausages when
Good
she comes home from
idea.
school, now that she knows how to make them.
Exactly.
So this is important. We have powdered garlic, powdered onion, we have mace, nutmeg, allspice, ginger and black pepper.
Wow.
So it's quite a mix.
Yeah.
Cover the meat in the spice mix and then grind. If you don't have a machine like this one, a lot of food processors have a grinder attachment. Add some breadcrumbs and a little iced water to the minced meat and grind for a second time.
So we've got our sausage meat made now, so we've put it in here. This is a sausage stuffer. If you didn't have one of these, you could use piping bags. This here then is the casing. So what we do is we just turn and off we go.
Oh, cool.
And you need to be very strong for this. Yay! How am I doing down there? I'm too busy turning.
You're doing good. Keep coming.
Just as well I use my left hand. Hold the table there.
Put your racket to
You
it.
got it. Come on, girl. Do your workout. There you go.
Tie a knot in both ends of the sausage string and twist to shape.
How many people have we coming for breakfast?
15.
15!
There will be 15
Keep
altogether.
shaping, keep going. Faster, faster.
With the sausages finally made, there's still loads to do before all the guests arrive. And to get things started, I'm going to prepare a healthy breakfast alternative, bircher muesli. If you want to cook this recipe or any of the recipes featured in the series, they're available online. Soak the oats overnight in the milk. Grate the apple, add the juice of a lemon, cranberries and sultanas, then a squirt of honey. Roughly chop the nuts and add half of them to the bowl and stir together. Mix in some Greek yogurt and serve in a tall glass, topped with a raspberry compote, some fresh fruit and the remaining nuts.
Well, are you hungry? Okay, I've got the healthy stuff first. There you go. This is some bircher muesli. If you eat all of that, I'll bring you full Irish, all right?
Oh, yeah.
We don't eat it
Enjoy
all,
it.
we don't get breakfast.
No, exactly.
Bircher muesli is not the norm for Savina's family, so what will her husband Brendan think?
It's actually pretty good.
Sounds surprised.
Especially coming from Brandon Langan.
It is, it's good.
Right, how hungry are you? Right, Savina, could you pull that in there? You got it? Whoa.
Oh, yum.
Oh my God. You've Tony to thank for the bacon.
Yum.
And the sausages, well, you've Savina.
Made with my own little hands.
Well, I'll skip the sausages.
You're definitely not getting one now.
Well, I hope for you all that it tastes like home for you. So
thank you so
enjoy it. Enjoy it.
Oh my God, that bread was
Wonderful.
absolutely gorgeous.
They all think they
Like that?
Gone to heaven.
I don't think there's anybody didn't like it, so.
Does it taste like home to you?
It does,
Yeah.
actually. The black and white pudding I thought was absolutely gorgeous as
The
well.
sausages were great.
Yeah.
The sausages were pretty
And
yummy.
that brown bread was something else. Jesus, I'd have eaten a half a loaf.
It was delicious. And thanks everybody for coming and participating, because I think everybody enjoyed it. So
This is the first time I was delighted I was your friend. I got
I know.
Irish
You're not my friend anymore. Yeah, all the sausages gay.
The perks finally kicked in.
I was hoping for some leftovers gay.
Well, that was successful. I think all the flavours of a full Irish breakfast were on that table tonight. Their party's only starting. It's time for me to go home.
It tastes like home, exactly like we had at Grant's house every time we would land at home in Dublin. First thing we do once we got to the house, have a fry.
She would have really enjoyed it, yeah. She would have had a great time. Right up her alley.
Then you know you're really home once
Yeah,
you have the
exactly.
breakfast. So.
On the next show in the series, we're off to the desert as I bring medallions of pork in white wine from Navan to Dubai, with a twist.